Welcome, queens and goddesses. We're here for another episode of the Black Aphrodite Experience, and today we're going to talk about personality and career assessment tests. So get ready. But before we start, like and subscribe to the channel. So personality and career tests are like similarly the same thing, but one is like focused on like actual careers that you probably are interested in based on your personality, and the personality test is basically like it says just focus on your personality, things you're interested in, like are you introvert, extrovert, are you like semi-social, or you just like doing things that with your hands. Well, that's almost like the same thing with career tests. And for this episode, we're going to actually, me and my sister Khiya, you even say hi.
Hi.
She is so dry. Like, I don't have to be the only one talking, though. You could say hi when I say hi, queens and goddesses. You.
Hi.
You see what I get? I get dryness.
I did the thumbs up in the beginning of the video.
But this is a video. We're supposed to talk. Girl, were you fine?
It added some spice.
You're probably wondering why. What can a personality and career test actually do for you, especially if you don't know what you even want to do with your life? Well, when I was at PG, Prince George Community Colleges, I decided to take a test, and like I knew I was interested in writing, but I wasn't sure about like what other career besides being a writer, of course, or an English teacher that can relate to writing. By taking the test, I found out like you can be an ad creator, like all the commercials, like they need writers, story writers, like we need script writers. Like we can't have shows if we don't have good writers. So even though I was in like high school and then started to go to college, those tests actually gave me like a perspective, like things I probably would be interested in. I like looked at the list and I was like, oh, this actually is a possibility, and I actually had some ideas of how I can use these skills that I already like doing and create into an actual career that I can get paid.
Flip.
So dramatic.
You gotta put the band-aid off the screen and make sure the FBI is watching.
So we have two different kind of websites. So that we found them on Google, and we made sure it was free, because why are we spending money if we don't have to?
Put the link in the description.
Right, the link will be in the description if you want to specifically want to get on these actual websites. But if not, at the end, after we finish doing the test ourselves, we're going to show you where you can find it yourselves. Girl.
I was about to say, did it throw you off?
No, we're about to do the test. So on my computer, I got the Big 5. You can find it on Monster. I'll also add that into the description section if you want to actually go on this find these websites. In Monster, it actually shows like a list of personality tests and career assessments too, if you don't want to just go on Google. And my sister she found this one on her computer because her computer is restricted. So if you're a high school student and you're currently using your school computer, and they probably block a lot of like websites, Googling to see which ones will accept your computer is probably best, and you probably don't want to use the one I'm using because I think that's blocked as well on your computer. You have the free personality test .com, or add that in the description box too. So Khiya thought it would be a great idea to add music from her PC game, because she didn't know that I was going to include music into this section. So, because I didn't want to get in trouble with YouTube for copyright rights violations, I had to shut it down.
It gives me a percent of how many I've answered. I've done 4%.
Oh, mine's like, I am a, like, for mine, I have a question says, I am the life of the party. I will put neutral, like, agree but disagree, because I'm not always the life of the party. What about you? What would she say?
No.
Because she would not be the life of the party, so she would put disagree.
Well,
What happened?
it's blocked. I did all day for it to be blocked.
Okay, well, we see that that did not work. So if you got a phone, you can also take the test there. And when I finish, I'm gonna let her take the test, and we'll see what we get, because it's unpredictable. So I just got my results. It says that my extrovert version. No, that's a version. Right, I'm like, we didn't see that before. I thought I was gonna say extrovert. Extroversion is 88%. Emotional stability is at 26. Agreeableness 90. Conscientiousness 67%. In intellect and imagination 80%. So let's see what that means. Shaking the table.
I was trying to scoot up. It didn't work.
Like, do you remember what kind of table we got?
Yes. I be thinking it's a desk from school, okay?
Okay. No.
I miss school so much and I forgot. I don't miss school, but I miss The atmosphere, I guess.
And I know exactly what you mean. It's glad I'm done with school.
Stop it! Stop!
Okay. Oh, why I thought it said 60 minutes. I'm like, we ain't been in this that long. So in this section, I realized that I really didn't like the test and decided to find a different assessment test on this one because it didn't give out the results I was looking for. So I had to change it up. So we took another route and we decided to go with Career Explorer, where it has been got high reviews. So it's like a 4.3 rating out of 5, and this better than like what we were working with before. And so a lot of people have already used this for careers, and it even give you a time limit. Like
takes 30 minutes.
Yes, 30-minute test, and they even break it down like starting. Then it for 3 minutes tell you your personality, auto type, and then it has your career matches 3 minutes, your degree matches 1, and then your results. That's going to take the longest is your results, and that's actually where you'll find to see what kind of jobs you'll be interested in. After I take it, then I'm going to let Khiya take it herself, and we're going to show you the results of both of us. So now that I have did the rating of did the assessment part, now it's going to show me the rating of the following careers. Laco Westin, Log.
Okay, time to be skinny. Ooh, joints are popping.
Your hair is all in.
I think I'm like, what is that? It'll be there for like 2.5 seconds.
Don't shake the camera. That's the real important part in lights. Okay, you were that, and you were on an episode of Lava on Netflix. That's how you acting, right?
My gymnastics skills are. I should be a spy.
Spy on TV.
Woo! I did it, y'all. Woo!
Alright, come here so you can pronounce this word.
Pronounce what word?
Log is thick.
Let's just get Siri to do it. Okay. So I can type it in. Shut up. Hi. Shut up. Okay, shut up. Yes. Thick.
Low skin.
Shut up.
Type it. Type it. Why would you try it? If you don't know how to say it, why you gonna go? She gonna be able to know what you said.
Sure, translate into which language?
English.
Why are you trying to translate?
I can't translate into English.
So how you go? Well, guys. Siri.
No, that's
No, I'm Google now.
Oh.
Siri's a little slow.
I'm over here like, why are you trying to ask her to do something? Obviously, it's gonna cut off though. But and we were at 10 minutes, over 10 minutes already. Do I have to? L-O.
No, I know.
Logistician.
What thing?
Logistician.
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 Lodge.
There's no N.
I did not say lawn. I said lodge.
Large. Logistician.
No.
Logistician.
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 As you see, we're struggling out trying to say this word.
Logistician.
You heard that? Okay. Logistician.
I'm gonna say it one more time.
Logistics.
Oh, that's in Japanese. Sorry.
Well, that sure ain't gonna help me.
Okay.
Logistician.
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 Lodge.
Logistician. See, he's messing me up. I will. Lodge.
Logistician.
Logistician.
Jesus Christ.
I can't with American language.
Logistician.
We can just gonna stick with Google.
Do you want me to put it to the camera?
Sure, put it to the camera. No, you can hear it from over here.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Show the word. And y'all didn't see that.
You see that? Oh, let me move that. You see the top word. Okay. Now I'm gonna press.
Logistician.
Okay, that's what we're gonna stick with. So it said It is someone who analyzes and coordinates an organization's supply chain, the system that moves a product from supplier to consumer. They manage the entire life cycle of a product, which includes how a product is acquired, distributed, allocated, and delivered. They work nearly in every industry. Okay, and then it adds your rate of the interest. Rate your interest in that position. I can't even pronounce that. So we already was going to say no to that. But after reading the definition, that's not something I want to do. Like, I want to sell stuff, but I don't want to be the one getting people products and then selling it to the places. No.
It seems like it's burning.
I would not burn it. It's just not my thing.
No, I'm not talking about that. Oh, maybe because my carpet burnt here. Come on.
If you burn this here, it becomes a problem. Because you know you see this room is small. Okay? Okay, so I put no for that. Now, the next word we got auditor, which is someone who, like, I'm gonna look at the definition, but I think I could just shorten it because, like, what is that?
Who do you get when you cross the accountant with the what? Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
It said, why this conflict? It said, what do you get when you cross an accountant with a detective and auditor? So basically, someone in the law field. Okay. I don't know why. I guess because I said that I like working with people, helping solve problems. But I don't want to be a lawyer, so like, not interested. Let's hurry up. Hopefully, he gets to somewhere that we can that actually interested in. Okay, what's up with these big words? Okay, biofuels production manager. It says. I ain't asked for the upload. Anyway, in the wake of growing interest in a green economy and the rejection of fossil fuels, new green occupations are growing. Biofuels are alternative fuels extracted from plants or treated. Anyway, these are like new ways. Biofuels is what you can use for what people are trying to use for like cars, so that we can use less fossil fuels. I don't even know how that even got into the category, but I mean, I ain't gonna say a negative no, but I'm just gonna say I'm not interested. It's like 5 levels, so I'm gonna put that on the not interested next to the neutral star, because definitely don't want to be doing nothing with fossil fuels or biofuels. Now we have a diagnostic medical sonographer. We're not even going to even read the definition. Basically, the person who help with diagnostic medical reading from patients' bodies and scanners. So I'm not interested in being in the medical field, so I'm just gonna put not interested, but not like I hate it. I'm not interested. I don't want to be in the medical field. It's not a thing. Now we have digital remastering engineer. This new name, have never heard. So this basically a digital remastering engineer is someone who uses audio engineering software to improve and refine the clarity and sound of old movies, original, vinyl recordings. So I will put that for neutral because now it's getting somewhere closer that I'm actually really interested in doing. Oh shoot, I just put not interested.
Good job.
Okay, but it was not on that negative, not interested, but I was gonna put neutral. Okay, research chef. A research chef is someone who formulates and tests new products and supplies for places like hotels, chains, coffee shops, restaurants, food basically people who do research in the restaurants, and like those are the people that actually gonna go to the restaurant and then write a blog or go to the experts and be like, this is a nice place is clean, this is the place where you can get your coffee if you like interested in like this specific style of coffee or this style of food, they are the people who's going to be the people we listen to if we were looking for a specific kind of restaurant or a food chain. This actually is nice. Like, I mean, she probably like that because she likes to eat. So I'm gonna put that for neutral because like I like to write, and like I already did something like that earlier this year. So
Aren't you doing that
no,
now? What happened?
that's for another episode.
Did you quit?
No,
You got fired.
no.
You just the job went away.
Like I said, another day for another episode because this is not what we're talking about.
Oh, so that's why you haven't been going to work.
Credit counselor. Are you great with numbers? Do you want to help people that are struggling financially? Yeah, no. Not in that way. Not for credit. Because, like, I try to avoid credit. So, definitely, that's a hard no. I'm trying to tell y'all how to, like, avoid credit at all costs. Especially something that you're not using it for a long time. Like, if you're not planning on living in that house forever, don't get no loan for no house. Okay? So I'm trying to save you at all costs. The one thing, I don't care if you want that something forever, do not get a loan for a car. You know, people selling cars for like $1,000. Like, unless you work for Uber and you got a good handyman who can fix your car when it starts jacking up because you like use all these miles on it. Do not. By the time you finish paying that loan and interest, that car done broke down and you on your second car still paying the loan for the first car. And securities and companies, broker, this still talking about being in the bank. I don't want to work nowhere in the bank. Just like I don't want to work nowhere in the medical field. So that's a hard no. Don't even need to even read the description for that. So now it's a compensation and benefits manager, hiring and recruiting staff, critical and the overall health of a business. Okay, I can see myself doing something like that when I get like some like more skill and like practicing doing that. Then I would actually be interested in doing something like that. So I'll put that right in the middle. Well, I'll put that actually a little higher than neutral. I'll put that in like interested but not very interested. Okay, news reporter. I mean, we all know what news reporters. I'm not even going to waste time reading you the summary for that. We all know what news reporter is. Somebody that's telling you what happened in the local news, what happened in your country, state, and worldwide, and they put it on TV, such as Fox 5. So I put it really interested. Like I have did interviews before, did it in high school, and I did a little bit in college. So very interested. We finally get to somewhere I actually like to do because like the other ones I was like, this is a lost cause. I'm like, what kind of questions did I put in there when I did the personality test? Okay, food processing and production supervisor. Food is basically oversees plant operations and trains personnel in processing and packaging quality food products in a safe space. I mean, I don't see myself working in the food industry. I don't even cook that much. So, I'm not skilled for that, sorry. So, I'm going to really put that for, like, not interested, but not interested. I'm just put it on the lowest level. Uninterested.
Why didn't you put it in the middle?
Because I don't see myself working anywhere in the food industry. And neutral was like, oh, this is a good idea, but it don't seem like you like really interested. Like, oh my god, this is like the best job, like something like that. I won't put you would put something like that. Like, this is something good. Like, I can work my way into it, or like if I'm able to do something else besides just this, I can see them do something like that. And then like the star after above neutral is like something like I really like it, like not like too like a high level, but just enough. It's like I can really see myself doing something like that, like starting tomorrow. Okay, next one says a recruiter. A recruiter is someone who finds qualified, dedicated, and invested candidates for a job vacancy. I can see myself doing that, like
so like a job finder.
Yeah, job finding, going to like colleges and like schools, just like the army, the military. They gonna come. You wanted this thing on?
I can turn it off.
Please.
Watch. Okay, time for my secret spy skill.
So I'm gonna put that. I put that in interested, but it's not that high interest. I'm looking for like actual jobs that like I can like really do something that's dealing with like writer or like something really artistic. Like it's nothing artistic about recruiting, but it's something interesting because I see myself actually doing it somewhere in the future with my own with Dear Miss Aphrodite organization. Can't do it by myself. So now we got a music publisher. Never heard of this title. So
Music publisher?
yeah,
Like the artist labels. I think it says.
right. Go ahead, read it. I have to be the only one talking for that.
It's
Just start right there. Songwriter receives.
Okay. It says a music publisher is someone who ensures that composers and songwriters receive payment when their work is used commercially.
So that what you said?
I said it was like the music artist. What? The label.
Well, I know that, but like the specific position though. Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, I knew they had something to do with that. It was that's a long summary, but like basically, these are people that make sure that the artists and the people involved in creating the song is getting paid. Okay, neutral because like not gonna say what's up in the music industry, but like if I do see myself, it would not be try to worry about who getting paid. I won't be the one getting paid. So next one says medical appliance technician. It basically like technology involves designing, fitting, creating, and maintaining medical devices. Individuals who have loss of limbs due to birth defects, yada yada. Anyway, this is not something I see myself in because I already said before that I'm not really interested in being in the medical field. So, the least.
Would you be in the technology field?
No. Yes, technology field, but not in the medical field. Like, I don't want to be responsible about somebody's limbs being cut off and I do something wrong. Like, sorry, this is for John and not for Kelly. Like, John, not for Kelly. No, that's too much. Okay, now that's a pet adoption counselor. Okay, sorry. So the next one is a pet adoption counselor, which is the number of shelters, humane society, basically trying to find homes for pets. Now I can see myself doing that. I like pets. It's something interesting. I like pets. Pets seem to like me. I mean, I don't really do nothing. I did my before life. I was a cat. Okay, I think so. So that this not anything to do with writing. This is something I actually would do. So I'll put that as very interesting because I like animals. Especially certain animals, mammals, most likely. Reptiles. Yeah, I don't know nothing about. What about a lizard? There's a reptile.
I know, but would you?
I mean, they're all right. Like
they're cute.
But yeah, I don't see myself really working with them. Like, I feel like I'm a reptile. Okay, when skin be peeling. Like, I don't want to deal with my skin than their skin. I'd rather deal with fur.
I want to.
Athletics. Okay, would you like that? Like we already said in the last episode, I was not the athlete, so that might be for her. She should probably be the one that have it. So I'm gonna put that for.
I like competition.
I'm gonna put neutral because I did want to do volleyball at one point, but I just never was able to go to the doctor to get the test so I could actually play on a good team. I did play in one of my first high schools, and the team sucked, so I could never be great. I'm only saying the truth.
Well,
Douglas has good teams in just about all their sports. They might not always get to the highest level in the competition, but they like at least can say that they have won a few games within the season. The school I went to, Central. Sorry, you went to Central, but yeah, when I was going there, their team suck. But apparently, like I guess before like 2012, their track team was good. So up to the track team, but I didn't want to do track. I want to do volleyball. So like I said, it sucked. And then they had us wearing the daggone 90s basketball shorts to play volleyball. How you gonna do that? Like I thought I was gonna trip on the shorts. And then while worried about it not getting hit by a ball. Yeah, it didn't work. Some things you just gotta wear them booty shorts. Okay, beauty and style. Okay, we're gonna put love it. Creative arts, love it.
It did say it was a 30-minute test.
Yeah, but yeah, we've been doing this slow. Creative writing and journalism, love it. Now we're getting somewhere where I actually like thrive in. Cause I was like, what? Okay, culinary arts. Like I said, it ain't gonna be no show, but I put neutral.
You spoke too soon.
No, but I mean that's still somewhere getting close to my field. Cause at first they have talking about some engineering and like medical field. Like heck no.
Like the logistician.
Yes. What? Engineering. Depends on what kind of engineering. Oh, it's a developing and using technology. Okay, so I say like it. Finance. I mean, we gotta know how to do with money, so I put neutral. Flying. What? Flying planes. Yeah, no, I ain't flying the plane. I'll put neutral because I'll be on the plane, but I ain't flying the plane. Green industry.
You could be a flight attendant.
Yeah, flight attendant. Yeah, at least I can travel. At least I can travel without having to buy a ticket. Healthcare services.
Roaches. Maybe. I don't know. Forget that.
Industry. Okay, no. Dislike. Information technology. Okay, program maintaining. Providing voiceover. Okay. Neutral. Law. Hate.
Oh!
Life science. Dislike.
Wow!
Mathematics. Dislike.
I hate
Military. So now I'm going to complete the personality part of this test. And I'm going to come back when I get close to it, the actual career assessment section. So now we're on the degree part. So now it's going to say rate the following degrees. So we're going to see what kind of degrees they have up here. Like culinary arts. I'll put that neutral because I don't see me getting no degree in that. African studies. Okay. You definitely see myself doing that because this is the base of this show. And I basically did that in college. I took African American and African or Black culture related English and psychology classes. So technically I already did this. Now I'm gonna look at do the rest and then we'll see what we come up with. now when it says, now it's asking about my history. So like your education and work history help you build like upon your existing experience and surface opportunities. So it's going like, so this is like people who like already in the work field or already doing like a side job while in college. This is like for people, this would be a good section for people who want to know like, yeah, I was a teacher before, but now I want to do something different. So this will be a good section. I haven't seen it. This is like the first time actually seeing this on a career personality assessment. So this kind of is a new update, especially during the time of this pandemic. Like a lot of people is questioning what they going to do for the rest of their life, especially if another pandemic like this happen again in the future. Just going to shut it down. Like, so as for my names, though, I'm gonna just put my first and last name.
Larry.
Then I put my age on there.
12.
What you said? Well, girl.
You could be like 21.
Okay, then as for gender, but if you're not, but it gives you the option for binary, or you prefer not to say, so you can also just say. You don't have to say that if you don't want to put your gender. I'm just going to go ahead and just put female.
Was there any other option?
I just said that you can go binary.
I'm talking about you. Like,
I could say binary.
Oh.
Or I could say it, prefer not to say like I just said it.
Oh, okay. You know they have like 21 genders now. That is so stupid.
Or more. Girl. Well, it don't matter.
What you going to be half...
We're going to cut that out, the video, because you can offend people.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, then it asks you for your ethnicity, so...
Black.
You can put black, white, I'm saying... You can put other. It don't have no option to say, not say.
What are you? Just black? Or are you like mixed or something?
Black? What are you talking about?
Like, are you black and, like, do you have... Are you, like, 50% black and 50%...
Girl, I'm mostly black.
Oh.
Mostly black. That little thing through the mix of during slavery.
Oh. I need to do a test.
Oh. Next. But I just put black / African American because...
That's too much work.
Because that's who I am. That's the culture I'm born and raised in.
Oh.
Which of the following best describe you? Okay. So when they ask you like I have completed a post-secondary degree, or I am currently completing my first post-secondary degree. I have completed high school. I am currently in high school. So this is actually good for people in high school too. I have not started high school, so that show you that there's people for like who's in middle school. This will be good for them too. And then I attended but did not complete high school. So this is for actually for all people. So I'm gonna put I completed a post-secondary degree because I graduated from college.
2 colleges.
Huh?
2 colleges.
Okay, I graduated from 2 colleges, a community college and a university. Whoop whoop. Okay, do you have any post-secondary education? Yes, I have a degree. No. I don't know why I asked that question because I didn't push the button that said I'm working on one.
Where's Morehouse?
Okay, which school did you go to? Well, I guess we just gonna put university in. Put UMBC, maybe it'll
Atlanta. Oh no. Oh no.
Is it other? Okay, I gotta put the whole school because they don't know how to find the whole thing. So dumb.
Atlanta?
What's wrong with Atlanta?
Talking about
Okay, here you go. It came up now. University of Maryland, Baltimore County.
Talking about my bestie.
Okay, next.
Say he was going to Morehouse.
Okay, so search degrees, but like
I thought it turned on.
I put psychology. Well, I'm put English because like I have a feeling it's gonna have. Oh, well, you went to... Yeah, so I'm just going to put English because I have a degree in both. Unfortunately.
Look at you. Flexing.
I put bachelor's degree. Year started. I started in 2015 and I ended in 2019.
Whoa, why are we going so fast?
Just adding a school, we don't need to add that. Well, I mean,
I'm
gonna add the other degree, so I'm gonna put the same thing, but then put my other degree on it.
No, why are you going so fast? Calm down. Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about your past careers. Well, I was a teacher, so. And now, okay, next. Start year, I started in like 2015, yeah. No, 2016. And it's finished like, I did this year, so. 2020. Second, I say I'm currently still in this year. Currently in this career, so. They had to put the year on it. So it looks good, China. Have you had any other careers? It literally says it. Let's see. I was a director for like 4 months until I left the country. But I might go back during the quarantine, since I'm not sure what's happening.
If it don't
Okay, then now it asks the question, like, where's the highest level of education achieved by your parents? Now they gonna roll in depth. And it's like, I wonder what this is going to actually take us when it comes to my actual results. What you about to say?
I was about to say, if it don't let me play Roblox, there's going to be a problem.
What
but
is the level of achieved by
it's letting me play. I know that idiot did not fall. Stupid. What?
So now it asks me if I provided complete and truthful information about my past experience. Sure they did. So surely I agree.
In case people were lying.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna make sure nobody lying. Because, like, you're not gonna find your real results if you're lying.
Go.
For my teaching career, I found the word interesting. Strongly agree. I felt it utilized my full skills of potential, but put agree, but not strongly. My personality was a good fit for the job. Strongly agree. The work life suited me. Agree. Some of them were not that great.
I was about to say.
But 2 was good. Well, 3 was good. My work gave my life purpose and meaning. Yeah, strongly agree. Being is stressful. I mean, it's neutral. Being a teacher allowed me to express myself creatively. I mean, yeah, agree, but not agree. Being a teacher is physically demanding. Oh, yeah. Strongly agree. Being a good teacher requires attention to detail. Of course. I strongly agree. So, I'm completing the rest of the past work history. And I didn't want you to get bored watching me completing that part. If you're still watching, thank you, because I know this is a very long video and I appreciate you for still watching. If you're enjoying this video, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So I just did that session of the degree match questions and like my career and my current career and like the questions that had asked me. But then now he just asked me like, how has COVID-19 impacted you? So I guess this is a good site to like work on, because it's like talking about current times, because like they also know that people are questioning their career choice and whether they actually be able to use the degree they have prior to our pandemic. So let's see what kind of question they come up with. So they say alternative to a 4-year college degree such as associate or diploma has increased the value because of COVID. For the most part, I would say yes, because I actually was able to find a job because I had a bachelor's degree in psychology and English. So I would say it's strongly helpful, even though most of the job was teleworking. Like, when we come back from this pandemic, I don't know how we're going to go back, get comfortable working in the office again. You know how many mileage you got to put on a car to get to a location? Why can't we just do the work at home? Like, wake up, eat some breakfast, and then throw some quick clothes on and just get in front of the computer, do the work. Like, I don't know how we going to go back to some of these jobs. Now, as a teacher, now that is worth going, because, like, you get to touch the kids. You get to, like, talk to them. Like, some of the kids are hilarious. So, those type of jobs, okay, we just can't wait to get back into the work office. But, like insurance companies and, like, stuff that's already on, you already doing on the computer most of the time doing the workplace, why go back? Why go back to the office when I can just do this? Like, I'll hang out with my co-workers then. Like, that's drama for me. And I get to, like, work how I want to. And get the work done. Hello? And then so the next question asks you, I am concerned about my job security as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak. I mean, I agree, as a teacher, it is a little kind of stressful. I am concerned that I or someone I know will be affected by COVID. Agree. I'm gonna see. If y'all don't see kids in the classroom, first of all, I have did a matrix before, cause kid like literally sneezed my way. I literally was, heck no. Luckily, I work with little kids, so they usually shorter than me. But like, if I'm already on their level, I'm really doing the matrix on them, and they may gonna get somebody sick. So the next question is, I feel optimistic about my future job perspective. I do, because I do want to like do more like teleworking work where I can learn how to work like managing social media programs. So I'm gonna put agree, and eventually we won't go back to the classroom, so that's definitely not gonna be a lost cause job. Just don't know when. But we need money now. Is it important for me to adhere to physical distancing recommendation? Definitely. Like, if not, you're going to get sick. In which of the following ways have you been affected? So, a question. So, the possible answer is, I had transitioned to working from home, which I did at a point in time. I have lost my job as a result of COVID-19 outbreak. It sure did. My employer is providing serenity and other financial support. Nope. I have been able to file for employment benefit. Yes. My education has been put on hold. I'm out of school. I don't know how I will be able to handle being in school. Not college, because college was basically online anyway, but you just can't get the experience of college right now. And that's the only part I really say is suck about that part. And then spending like resources on campuses you can't even get access to. Like, give me my money now. So I feel for them. And then for people like elementary, high school, and middle school, like the most important part of going to the school was seeing your friends and seeing your favorite teacher. Now the other teachers, you're like, I see you online. Which of the following are you like to take this time? It's like taking an online course, which I did already during this quarantine. Well, we on like, what, month 4, 5, 6? It's been forever, man. It feels like a whole year. Engage a career coach. Help me plan for your future. Apply to an education training program. Develop. I did that. Study for administration exam. No. Study for a certificate exam. And test preparation and service to study for administration and certificate exam. Okay, I took an online course. That's what you put on it. I did an online course. Oh, it seems like you can do more than one thing. So I'm gonna just do that. The other ones, the question they had, you only had to get one option. So I put taking an online course.
Look at them.
Go eat dinner. Huh?
Look.
That was a good video, though. I didn't know that much.
Oh, you saw it?
No, but I know at the end, on the other end, it looked like a good video. Yeah, because it's about to be 10 o'clock.
Okay, time for my spy routine. I should do a roll.
Okay, now it's me again. Now. So, it's the question. I plan to change my career or career path, and I want to put agree, because like I said, I want to like do more like writing, not we're doing teaching at the moment, and I don't want to stay in the classroom, as I said in the previous episodes. Now I ask some questions like, am able to control my cravings? Like, I'm put neutral because I'm like, what are we talking about cravings? Am I a highly disciplined person? Agree. Avoid crowds. Disagree. Crave the experience of great art. Highly agree. Do not like art now. I just say highly agree for the other one, so we can put highly disagree on this one. I do not like poetry. As I said in one of my previous episodes, I wrote poetry before, so we're gonna put strongly disagree. Don't know why I do some of the things I do. I think that's a question that almost everybody asks sometimes, and they're like, and I'm gonna put agree, because you question a lot of things. Do things out of revenge. I disagree. Like, no, you don't get nothing out of that. Joy, being reckless. Neutral. Depends on what recklessness we're talking about. Feel a little concern for others. Well, neutral because it's little. That threw me off. Find it easy to manipulate others. I don't know. I'm gonna put neutral because I don't try to do that. Get deeply immersed in music. Strongly agree. They have people who've been listening to music all the time to get some peace. Keep things tidy. I try. So put agree because I really do try to keep things neat. Nice to tidy up. Agree. I gotta do in small parts, in small pieces. Love large parties, like before COVID. I did. Depends on what kind of atmosphere it was. Like, I mean, if you go to the club, then this is a yes, a strong yes. Love to hear about other countries and cultures. Strongly agree. Often eat too much. No, I eat a good amount, so. But disagree. Often forget about putting things back in their proper place. Agree. Yeah, there's a lot of times I did that. Spend more money than I should. Agree sometimes. Sometimes you spurge. You're like, that's a good thing. Tell other people what they want to hear so they will do what I kind of manipulate. You gotta just try and switch this question, I'm putting neutral because I know what you're trying to say. Usually like to spend my free time with people. Strongly agree. Want to be left alone. Agree sometimes. Am I a firm believer in things, thinking things through? I strongly agree. I am concerned about other people. Strongly anticipate the needs of others. So I'm gonna finish the rest of these sections of questions, and then we'll see where we get from there. So now I have finally completed the whole test. Like originally it was 30 minutes, but since I'm like recording, showing all the steps I'm going through, some of the questions I've had to answer, and some of my answers that I chose for these certain questions. I finally finished, and now I see what I got for my results. So first it have like a list. Let's see, get it closer. Okay, let me see me. So we got like things that like a personality. So this row is all personality. So we have like active, excitement seeking, feeling minded, explorer minded, values, tender minded, thoughtful. So after that, it has this. Okay, so now for the second section, it's the top careers. So from my career list, it says like digital marketing specialist, which actually I did for a minute while I was in quarantine, and I want to do more of that. So like I definitely see myself doing that. So it's going on the right track. Television talk host, show host. I mean, we're doing this right now. So like I said, it's on the right track. If I click the right button, we will get able to get to the section. Alright. You see all these roles, all the possible jobs that he just said that I'll be best in? They got retail salesperson. I mean, I like clothes, I like shopping. A radio talk show host, a social media manager, music producer, film director, recreation worker. Actually, that's what I'm doing now, but since COVID, the buildings are closed, so I'm actually waiting for them to hear back from them so we can go back to work. So, like I said before, like all the things I already did before, or I was thinking about doing, or I can see myself doing, it's already on this list. So I don't think this test failed me, even though it was long, but it like really went throughly into my personality and things I'm into, and actually came up with some actual possible jobs I would actually want to do. They got graphic designer, event planner, filmmaker, actor. Okay, I don't know about acting. I mean, I saw myself being an actor, but like I don't really see myself like really acting. Okay, and now it just tell you like the list of like 6 possible degrees I should think about if I'm going to thinking about going back to school, or if I was like a high school or middle school, thinking about what I want to do for college. This is actually a perfect test for this. So it says English language and literature. I mean, I already got an English degree, so at least one thing I won't be regretting that I went to school for an English degree, because like that was the main reason why I wanted to do an English degree, because I felt like I was going to regret it if I graduated with just a psychology degree. But I love English. I would probably have went back to school just so I get the English degree. But so I'm so glad I actually stuck with my gut and got that degree. And this test just approved it right there. It got liberal arts and humanities. Psychology is humanities, so getting the psychology degree was definitely worth it as well. Because, like, if nothing else, I can definitely say that I got the degrees that I was passionate in. And something that I know I'll be able to do something in a career. It got visual and performing arts, education and teaching. I mean, I got some teaching certificates, so, and I have been teaching, so it's on the right track. Communications, journalism, and related studies. And it got communication technologies and technical support. So this alone, I think this was like a great test. So like, out of all the tests, especially for free tests, this is the best thing you should do, especially at this time, because like, it even asks you questions about COVID-19 and like the impact, and if you possibly change careers because of this. So I'm definitely going to put this in the link so you can check it out. And there's just some advertisements. Oh, and basically was saying the trait report, like, I'm artistic. And I have a unique blend of artistic and social, and I'm a social type. Which I can definitely agree on. So, all 30 minutes is worth taking this test. Now, I'm going to have my sister take the test. I'm going to leave for a minute. But I'm going to let her take the test, and we're going to see what she come up with. So now I'm going to have Khiya take the same test I did on the same website. And we're going to see what her results are. And might be different from mine. Or it might be some because I said in an episode that we both like artistics. But since she's in high school, it might be different. It's going to probably give her a clear understanding, like possible degrees she can actually decide going to school in. Or careers she might even like to do. So we'll just compare from my results and her results at the end. I'm leaving for a second.
Take part in it. Love it. Teach kids how to play with other children. Rare. I'm an enthusiast. Okay. Enthusiast. Okay. Automotive service technician? Boy, no. Information technology, neutral, law, love it, life science, like it, mathematics, hate it, military, dislike it, music, neutral, nature, love it, office work, nah, physical science, neutral. Politics, like it. Professional advertising, hate it. Protective services, like it. Sales, neutral. Skilled trades, hate it. Social sciences, yes. Love it. Teaching, neutral. Working with animals, love it. Rate the following degrees. Okay. Click here for your career matches. I don't want to do that yet. Okay. Education. Not interested. Aerospace. Neutral. Event planning. Yeah. Telecommunications. Yeah. Oh, glasses. Not really. Dance. Not really. Telecommunications engineering. I don't know. Okay. Construction? Hey, not interested. Okay. Now, tell us your history. Begin. Let's start with your name. My name. That's an L. Khiya Dickens. My age. I am 14. I'm not gonna put my whole name because that's a little weird. So, how do you identify? I'm obviously a female, okay. How would you describe your ethnicity? African American. Would you like to save your account for future access? Why not? I am currently in high school. Let's talk about your careers past. I have no past careers. What? Huh? What is this question? What is the total annual income of your parents or primary parents? I don't know. 15,000 to 34,000. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Should I say rather not say? I'll just put rather not say because I don't know. What is the highest level? Definitely an associate's degree. Okay. Thanks for sharing your experiences. Thanks. Okay. Agree. Slowly. Being responsible. What does bother you being responsible for results? Yes. Constant competition. Don't mind much. Dealing with customers. Don't mind much. Driving a truck or car many hours a day. Must avoid. Frequent decision making. Don't mind much. Doesn't matter. Organizing or leading others. Nice to avoid. The time pressures to meet. Important to avoid. Okay. Unpredictable work schedules. Must avoid. Working 40 or more hours. Would be nice. Ability to help people. Extremely important. Oh, that's. Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Now we're going to see the update of how she feeling with doing the test. What part are you on now?
What am I on? I think I'm on the
Are you like you finished the degree match part?
I think so.
Okay, so she's almost at the end. She probably did it more quickly than me because like I was trying to go through each step, trying to tell you exactly what was happening. So how do you feel like with the test so far? Like the question they asked.
The questions are nice. They're cute.
You think they like really try to get to know you as a person?
Yes.
And like what you really like to do?
Yes.
Did you even find some of the questions like they try to trick you to think that that they wanted you to see if you gonna correct that he's gonna answer similarly to the same kind of question, but they just ask you differently. Or do you didn't catch that?
I don't even know.
Okay, so we're gonna get close to her results. We're gonna see like what her results end up being. I mean, I have an idea, but like as we did with my test, the test went really thoroughly about my interests and like my personality and like the things I already been doing prior to COVID, and now that we're in COVID, like what's happening now. So that's why I thought this was a great test. It was a great find. I don't have no other computer to play with, so no, I don't need none.
Here, play with Austin.
This shit gives me Austin.
Oh, I thought it was touchscreen.
Nah, that's not this computer. I'm working on it. I didn't think you caught me.
Oh, that question.
What question was that?
It said what was it? Let me go back. Can I go back?
Just don't go back.
Oh,
Give me some.
Strong disliking people. Have you never disliked anybody? And I said strongly disagree.
Oh yeah, that's what that question was like. And they asked you like about 3 times too. And then like I think one time they tried to ask you differently.
What?
You feel kind of soft though.
Yeah. That's what I said when I first got it. I was like, oh, it's so soft. Now I've gotten used to it, so it's not that soft to me anymore.
Oh, well, you had it for like 2 days now?
A week?
A week now? Girl, you can put this pillow down for nothing. So I could imagine. You know, I thought that the pillow I got is still soft.
Let me see. No, okay.
I imagine you didn't talk at all when you did this test.
I did.
Oh, okay.
You thought I just sat here?
I don't know, because I was here. I don't know how you take tests.
I just sit there.
Huh?
I just sit there and look at it.
And now she got to the question about the COVID-19. This one is how she gonna answer this question because she's in high school right now. So some of these questions that ask for this section is for people who's like either in school about to graduate with a degree or in a career field right now, and they might be impacted by the COVID. Answer the question.
I can't answer that question.
It's some of the questions you can answer.
I'm concerned about my job security.
Okay, you can skip that one. This one you cannot. You got to skip this one.
No, it's not.
It said, I am concerned that
I didn't read it at first.
That's why you need to read the question first.
I'm not really concerned.
They talking about like, how do you feel like if you was in the job field right now? How would you think you feel about being working and dealing with COVID. Like, use imagination. Like, not the question when they say directly, like, your job or your really, like, question that's, like, something, like, really about a degree. You know, you can answer by your school right now. Yeah, you can skip the question. But the other question is, like, your idea and you sort of, like, put in that situation.
Should I put, it says, in which of the following ways have you been affected? Should I put, I've transitioned to working from home? Oh.
My education had been put on hold. Like
next.
Just, right, answer the question about school. Right, you just answer the question about school.
Which of the, taking an online course. Stupid.
You can click to more than one. I didn't know that at first when I first took it. And then when I click, so let me see if I can actually do more than one thing and that means. So like when you see the number you can I told you. I told you it's a long test, but like it's going to get you through evaluation.
Thorough.
You're gonna get an evaluation that is specific for you.
I mean,
so it's worth it.
Strongly disagree. I'm a highly disciplined. Avoid crowds. Some of the things I don't know.
Dang, 5 minutes go be 8 minutes go by fast on the damn computer. It's already 8 minutes.
Enjoy being reckless. It's kind of fun. Feel a little concerned for others.
Little. I put neutral, I think, on it because I was like little. Like they didn't have a question to say a lot or like this little. Like how little? Like this little? Like this little.
5 easy to minute.
No, that's
I disagree. Love large.
She finally finished.
Okay. Here.
Okay, so let's see what she got. What are you doing? You go back. No, you gotta start from the beginning. The beginning is talking about your personality. So on hers, it is so shiny. We gonna have to drop it sometime. Drop it. Whoa. Okay, so hers got less than mine. She has 3 different types of personality. She has optimistic, uninhibited, and modest. Now I'm gonna let her read it. She did the test.
Read it.
You doing your talk careers now?
Okay.
So now she's gonna read the test. Oh damn, I didn't do that. Alright.
So, say hi to Austin. So, There's a radiologist, a pediatrician, a pathologist, a family practitioner, an animal scientist, an animal caretaker, a pharmacist, and I don't even something that deals with aesthetics. Okay,
it go with the skin.
That's aesthetics.
Girl, you gotta say the word. Go get Google to say the word, because like it's unfair to our people. If you don't even say the word, you ain't even show it. Like that, at least hear it. Either theologists. These days, I mean, I know what it is, but I just can't get through it. Another reason why I'm not in the medical field, I can't remember what all these words are.
Oh, I forgot my volumes down, dude.
Esthetician.
Esthetician.
Oh, God.
Okay, esthetician. Okay.
Let's go slow.
Esthetician.
It wasn't that hard as a word like
Shut
the
up.
other one.
Okay, a fashion designer, an animal behavioral specialist, a zoologist, and a doctor.
Did you say animal care?
Yes.
Oh.
Care?
No, I said fast. Caretaker.
Let me boop your nose.
No. Do that for your own nose. Your nose does the same thing. Do it. Alright, now her top degrees.
Law and related legal studies, biological
Biological
and biomedical.
Biomedical.
Okay.
Yeah, this is that's how you know. English is something hard to even for people who already speak English.
Biological and biomedical sciences, natural resource studies, liberal arts and humanities, recreation and fitness, psychology. Oh no, I can't do that.
Wait, it's some more.
You gotta become a member.
Okay, anyway, it has more like the security protection. It had agriculture.
Agriculture.
I just said that.
Agriculture.
Basically the same thing. And there's another one missing, but and then for a personality it says go back. Okay, personalized
results.
Okay.
You're investigative. In fact, you're more investigative than 97% of the population.
And
you're an enthusiast. You're a unique blend of investigative and artistic types.
Okay, so how do you feel about your results?
I like them.
Okay, so even though she is artistic, she is also good in... Why you gotta throw me the computer? Okay, so now we have both got our results. We both felt that the results were good for us. Like, maybe she will be in the science field. Not probably all the way in the medical field, but somewhere in the science field. And she might just do drawing as a hobby. Or a side hustle. There's nothing wrong with that.
Not a side hustle.
Or just for a hobby. I mean, sometimes your hobby, you don't want to do it as much to get paid. But it'll be nice, but for the most part, you do something else and you feel more passionate about doing that to get money. So, would you recommend, like...
The quiz?
Man, like... Come on, man, you're messing with the video because you're not even looking at the camera.
Okay. You can't see it.
Okay, so would you recommend people like taking this particular test to like get them an idea about their possible degree and or career?
Yes.
What about like high schoolers, middle schoolers? Would you think this would be a good test for them? Even though they had some questions that you saw that was mostly job, like you had to be currently in it, having a job.
Yeah, I think it's a good quiz.
So you got our approval. This is a great test. Definitely put this in the comments. So if you decide to take this particular test, definitely go put in the comments. But if you decide to like go on Google and search for your own, or if you already part of a school system that has this in their website, definitely take the test, see what you get, and then put your results in the comments, because I would like to see what did you find. I want to see how accurate this kind of program is, because like it was good for me and Kai said it was good for her, but I want to know if it's good for you. So thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Black Aphrodite Experience with me and Khiya, and hope to see you in the next episode, Queens and Goddesses. Have a good day.